So I am a little bit over 2 months postpartum, and I forgot that I wanted to do a postpartum update at 1 month because I quit doing them I wanted to do 1 month postpartum updates because I quit doing the weekly ones at 1 month. So I'm actually at 10 weeks now. And I have been back at work. This is my second week back at work. This is my pump time. So as far as the second month of postpartum, it went really well. I am working out and lifting again. Obviously, those videos have been coming. And it's been going really well with working out. I have been able to PR a bench press. I've been able to lift really heavy. And overall, I love being able to be back at the gym, moving weights around. It's a very nice, relaxing time, even though I'm stressing my body. But it's a way that's a nice stress. It's like a good stress. As far as body and weight, I really have not lost any weight yet. But I really haven't been too adamant on it, simply because I am more concerned with keeping up my supply right now, especially being back to work. But we seem to be at a good, I am producing a fair amount, so I am now going to start messing with macros and everything to try and lose some weight, because I don't want to keep a lot of the fat on that I did get, because the longer it stays on, the harder it is to lose, and the more issues you have with hormones. So I want to drop the fat but keep my muscle up, so I am switching up my macros. Well, I have lowered my caloric intake. I'm still doing a 40-40-20, so a lot of protein, carbohydrates, and minimal fat. And that's what I've been doing for the past month. Just now I've lowered calories a bit to see how that affects me, and if, I have a drop in supply, I am going to just kind of see if it regulates, because, when you drop calories, you can have an issue, and then eventually your body realizes and it regulates itself. Many women have been able to lose weight while pumping just fine, or nursing just fine, while at a caloric deficit. There's even a Instagram friend that she went through an entire prep while she was breastfeeding, and a lot of what she found was hydration and keeping your electrolytes up, and that's actually what I have found as well. If I make sure I'm drinking a lot but also keeping my electrolytes in check, I produce quite a lot. We've also recently discovered my DHA supplement I've been taking. Helps a lot. So I've been drinking Gatorades and water and taking that, and it's been doing really well at making sure I'm getting protein at every meal, and staying active. Activity is really important for me when it comes to breastfeeding. I produce better, basically. So that has been my second month postpartum, is just trying to figure out my own health now, so that I can meet my needs, but as well as meet Arya's needs. So as far as the postpartum part of it, it's been fine. I am now back at work, like I said earlier, and I am actually very happy to be back at work. Right before I came back, I could kind of tell that mentally I just was I was starting not to do very well mentally, because it was very, I don't really know. I just could kind of tell that I was starting to feel a little depression coming on, and I think that just comes from lack of sleep and newborn stress and nursing constantly, and just kind of not feeling like I really had myself anymore. Even though my husband would help, he was working full time, and he can't really do much because I was nursing exclusively at that point while pumping to build up a freezer stash before going back to work. That was just in case if anything was to happen. But now I am actually pumping more and producing about 2 days worth of what she needs almost every day. So it's about a day and a half. So we're staying ahead of that. We have not had to use the freezer stash yet. But since returning to work, I just feel better. I feel more purposeful. I feel more relaxed. And I think a lot of it comes from just having adult conversation and not only having to depend on my husband. because with Aria being so young and a lot of, and it being like flu season, cold and flu season, she hadn't had her vaccines yet. I was very limited to who I would interact with, just because we wanted to protect her from getting sick. So that was our big deal, was protecting her. So that's why I stayed home so much. And my husband being at work, like I said, he would come home and I would need to talk on, he just needed to relax. So it was a very stressful change up, but he is someone who very much enjoys solitude, and he is actually with her now for 8 weeks for his paternity leave. So he enjoys the solitude, and since she is fed bottles now, she gets fuller faster. It's all breast milk. So she is easier, it's easier for her to nap, it's easier for him to just kind of get stuff done. Whereas for me, nursing, she would maybe fall asleep for 30 minutes and wanted right back on the breast, and that was stressing me out because I felt like I was constantly just sitting there. Even though I loved cuddling with her, I loved being there for her, it started to just wear on me as a person. The mother's side was perfectly amazing, but the person's side was starting to wear on me. But I do feel better. I feel like it was better for my mental health to come back. I feel like I am back to where I was mentally, even pre-pregnancy. I just got to work on getting my body back to where it was pre-pregnancy. I definitely feel more achy and just a lot more pain, and I'm sore for longer. So that's also another reason I want to get this fat off of me, because I think that is a big issue. As far as work goes, it has been very, very busy. I am fortunate enough to get about two 20-minute pumps in during the day, and then I do a 30-minute pump right before I go home, because I have like a end of day conference sort of thing, so I can come into my office that I don't share currently at about 2:30, because school gets out at 2:45, but we're not supposed to leave until 3. So from 2:30 to 3, I just kind of pump and finish out whatever I need to finish for the day and get ready for the next day, and then I just leave and go home. At work, I've been averaging about like 16 to 19 ounces, and when I'm away from her, she drinks about 16 ounces, so that's been nice to be able to provide what she needs every day. And most recently, I've actually had an increase, so yeah, that is 1 month postpartum, plus a little bit more about working. I might keep up, I'm definitely going to keep up the 1 month postpartum stuff, but I have found a lot about efficiency with pumping at work, and so I'm probably going to end up sharing those, just because I am in a few forums and there's like always a ton of questions going on, and I am in no way an expert, but I do like sharing my experience out, because I always am looking for people who have my experiences, so I just feel like sharing my experiences out can also help others, especially when I've seen what other people have been doing and I've been able to use what they've done to help me. So just kind of share that out. So yeah, as per usual, subscribe if you like it if you like it, and check out any other videos you might be interested in. I have a whole pregnancy fitness, I have a whole postpartum fitness thing, I have a whole pregnancy thing, so yeah, I will see you next time.